And all the way from the United Arab Emirates, Dubai-based Nigerian Afrobeat singer Ikom Boy dedicates his new number to lovers and Valentine's Day. He speaks with Mayowa Adegoke on the new track and the details of his claim to fame. Take a look.
This home studio, located in Dubai, the tourist hub of the UAE, is where multi-talented act Jones Ikom Boy makes his music, including his new Valentine's Day tribute titled Talk to Me.
Talk to me. I just wanna give you company. When you miss away, call me. Just talk to me.
The love song features Swedish singer Paulina, one of many multinational talents he has worked with in the course of his career, which first began as a passion in secondary school.
I went to secondary school from primary 3. That's how, sharp I was up there. I was like 3 years ahead of my mates. But I went to secondary school and picked up interest in music, and nothing else just mattered to me. But I didn't know how to communicate that. So I would chase the guy who used to be the choir master at my school, Emmanuel Wanko. I would chase him around, telling him, show me this, teach me how to freestyle for years. And then after I finished school, I went to Malaysia, and I was just doing music. And my dad visited once, and I was 16, and I tried to communicate with him, like, oh, this is what I want to do. And he was just, he just kind of, don't worry. And then when I was 18, Malaysia had a competition for all the colleges in Malaysia. They had a competition called, so it was like a modeling competition. And I was the only artist they called, only person they called to perform there. And that was when people started to see that, okay, this guy might be something. But then my dad looked, he's like, what? Come back home. Because I wasn't going to school and what, you're doing music? Nah, come back home. And then he sent me back to Dubai to study.
In Dubai, Ikom Boy chose his love for music over his father's wish and pursued a degree in music, after which he graduated with first-class honors as well as a record label with music group SOS Music.
I started doing international collaborations with people from New York, from the UK, getting millions of views, opening for Wiz Khalifa, J. Cole, Wiz Khalifa, Travis Scott, Tovlo. It's going crazy. My group became the biggest group in the Middle East, and I was like the lead singer and the producer. And so it was almost as if, this guy, he actually knew what he was doing all along.
I seen the struggle is temporary. I put a whole lot professional.
Today, Ikom Boy is an independent artist, songwriter, and producer, as well as one of the few acts trailblazing for Afrobeat and Afro-rap acts in the country. But his reality is not as picture-perfect as it seems. In a cosmopolitan city with very high taste for A-listers, acceptance for local Afro artists is still limited.
What's it like being a Nigerian producer, all-around entertainer in Dubai, the heart of the Middle East, some would say?
I have to take a second to answer that question so I'm not too blunt. Like everything, it has its opportunities and its challenges. You know what I mean? I find that certain people take longer to understand you. And inclusiveness. It's just like, imagine being in Lagos and someone comes from, an Emirati comes from, here and comes there and like, oh, I do Afrobeat music. With all the Afrobeat artists that are there, you look at him and be like, yo, are you sure? Even if they're good, you're gonna be like, this is our thing. Nigerians don't think that way. The music is good, but certain people, you have to. It takes a lot. That's why I'm very loud, metaphorically speaking. I don't fail to speak my mind because I'm not the only African here, or the only Nigerian Afrobeat artist out here. Many people, and a lot of them are looking up to me like, bro, you gotta do something for us. Like, you have to. The door needs to open. And so whenever there's an event and I'm not called, I'm like, bro, listen. We need that representation. And, I'm always in people's faces. I'm always sending messages, sending DMs, because I feel like, like I said in my post, I feel like we've all contributed. Me personally, by the grace of God, me personally, if I was to be put side by side by any artist, with any artist in the region, even Saudi Arabia here, you would find that my resume, let's call it resume, professional resume, or the things I've done, is very hard to meet up with. I've performed and opened with a lot of international acts. I had a chance to do an EP with Red Cafe once to be dropped by P. Diddy. It was at that level. I've had millions of views. My group was the first group in the UAE to have millions of views and break out of the UAE. Granted, we broke up because we couldn't manage it. I've had all sorts of international endorsements. I've had Jesse J call me on Zoom. Oh, bro, you're amazing. When are you gonna come to LA? I've had all these, and I have evidence I can show. I've been in front of thousands of people over and over again.
And despite all of this, you still suffer some
Yeah.
level of setback?
Yeah.
Not being accepted?
Yes. It's two things. I've heard people tell me like, bro, and I have to be very blunt because there's no way to say this. They say, bro, you're very good. In fact, you might be too good. And that can be a challenge at times. People don't want you to be seen. So I find that I have to work twice as hard. Some artists, your artistry is enough to bring you out there. But me, I need to do artistry, work on the character, call some people boss, call some people loga, do like this, take crap from this person, take crap from that person. Otherwise, it's like they won't give you the chance or the opportunity. They're trying. Now I can sit here and tell you that I opened for Wiz Khalifa, but I won't tell you that I had to sell his tickets to open for him. But it happened. You understand me? I won't tell you the back end of it. You can only see what happens in the front. So a lot of shows that are happening, that you will do the lineup, my name won't be there. And people keep asking me. One time Burna Boy came to Dubai and Coffee, and everybody was expecting me to open for him. This is a show and they're like, Jones, we can't wait to see you. We can't wait to see you. I thought my name was going to be there. The show comes out, they're putting some kid rappers to open for Burna Boy and all these guys. And people are coming to me. They saw me in the crowd. They came to me like, bro, what's happening? Why are you not there? Why? I can't answer this question.
I seen the struggle is temporary.